We turn now to the story of one young man who is speaking out on an important but rarely talked about topic. 28-year-old Zeke Thomas, a music producer, DJ, and the son of basketball legend Isaiah Thomas, has recently gone public with revelations that he was raped, not once, but twice. First when he was just 12 years old, and then again in a separate incident last year. He is hoping that his painful admission will help other survivors, and he's partnered with the National Sexual Violence Resource Center and appears in a new PSA aimed at removing the stigma felt by many male victims of sexual assault.
My name is Zeke Thomas, and I am a survivor. If someone you know tells you their story, here are some examples of things you can say. Thank you for telling me. It was not your fault. You did nothing wrong. I am here for you. You are brave. You are never alone. How can I help? You are a survivor. Everyone heals in their own time and in their own way. The path isn't always a straight line, and you don't need to go it alone.
And Zeke Thomas joins us now to talk about all this. Zeke, it's nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to be here.
First question I think most people would have is, why have you chosen to go public with us and to talk about your own personal story?
After going through therapy and meeting with other victims and other survivors, it was something that I wanted to share. I didn't know and think it would be on such a large stage, but when I started talking in various groups and various meetings that I was attending, just, support groups and stuff like that, people were asking me could we write about you in the blog? We know you're a popular DJ, musician. And I started thinking to myself, I'm like, this could get shaped the wrong way, not my way, not the way I want to tell my story.
You were worried about how it might have gotten out there.
Yes.
And that it wouldn't be the way you wanted to get out there. What was your fear, and what was the way that you wanted to tell your story?
My main fear, and I go back to when it happened and the days after, not knowing, being afraid, going through, was this my fault? Trying to figure out how to press charges, how, to find this needle in a haystack, so to speak. And I realized then that this was my way to kind of confront my rapist. I unfortunately haven't been able to find him. And this was my way that I wanted to get that point across. And why I was afraid more so was that I didn't want somebody to label me a victim at that point in my life,
You identify yourself as, I'm a survivor.
Yes.
You don't say I'm a victim.
Yes.
And that might surprise people. Why is it so important for you that you not be viewed as a victim, and that you didn't want to use the word victim? Because
there's definitely a change in any traumatic event that happens, whether that is sexual assault, rape, or, it's something that you're dealing with internally, that you definitely feel like a victim in that moment. But that pain, that trauma that you're feeling, eventually you either move on and you deal with it, you grow, you don't let it swallow you, so to speak, and you survive.
I've heard you say also, when you had to decide what to do, that as a gay man, as a black man, there were other barriers that you saw to this notion of going public with all this. How'd you get past them?
Definitely in the African American community, there's definitely a lot of stigma and walls around not just sexuality and gender, but there's a certain type of bravado that you're supposed to carry yourself as a strong black man, a strong black woman. So my masculinity, I felt, had been completely taken from me in that moment. So what was I? Was I less than, even more? What stigma was I gonna have to fight now? And then in the gay community, you're fighting this stigma of you're sex crazed, you're this, you're that, but that's not the reality of a gay man's world. Once again, you say that one of the most important things to tell a victim and then keep on telling a survivor is, I believe you. I just wanted to feel
Why is that so important to say to them, I believe you?
Because what you're doing is you're telling your truth, your story. And even when you're talking to a loved one like my parents or, a doctor, it's a shocking moment. And it's not that you don't believe them or whatever. It's your first reaction is, whoa. And it might throw somebody off guard, why don't you believe me, or you're disrespecting my story, so to speak. And it's really,
or why do you think it was my fault?
Yes, or why do you think it was my fault? Yes, that those questions that the ally needs answered aren't really what the victim survivor wants to tell and should tell.
You mentioned your family, and we said in the introduction, your dad, very famous. What sort of trepidation did you have about telling this to your family, and how did your family react to it all?
I believe it definitely impacted them, and still impacting them as I'm now speaking about it, and speaking about it in a form of trying to, be an advocate for this. I feel for them as parents having to relive my trauma over and over and over again now in the media. But I feel like the greater work that is happening and how they raised me, they're proud of it.
Do you get the sense that people are respecting, as you tell the story now, providing you with a respect as you tell the story? Or do you find that people are looking at you, even though they won't use the word victim to you because you don't want them to? Do you get a sense that people still are looking at you as a victim in some way?
Well, I definitely feel that there definitely are some people out there who look at me as a victim, but the overwhelming outpour of support and people who are victims and are going through this, and people who are survivors who have gone through it, and the way that the news media, so I owe you a great thanks, and all other journalists out there have taken this story and really pushed it to not just the United States, but now it's around the world. I never imagined this would be possible. I got phone calls, from high-ranking government officials to celebrities to young children. It's overwhelming.
Is it helping you? Is it helping in your healing process?
100%. I think every time that I hear that somebody else has dealt with this, it makes me see that there's hope, that life does continue.
It takes an extraordinary amount of courage, and I know people have said that to you, to be able to come forward, not only to help yourself, but to help others. And I'm sure your family's proud of you. And I think there are an awful lot of folks out there that are going to watch you and say, you know what? He can do it. Maybe I can do it too. So I think there's real value in what you're doing. Zeke,
I appreciate it.
Pleasure to meet you.
Much.
You be well. All right.
Thank you.
Take care.